For 15 years, Detective Marcus Dean was the pride of the force, respected by colleagues, feared by criminals, and admired by the community. Marcus had built a reputation as one of the best investigators in the state. His instincts were sharp, his record impeccable, and his name synonymous with justice. But all it took was one case to change everything. It began with a high-profile homicide, a local politician found dead in his car. A single bullet to the head, staged to look like a robbery gone wrong. Marcus was assigned the case, and within 72 hours, he made an arrest. The evidence was overwhelming: fingerprints, eyewitnesses, even a recorded threat. Everyone praised him until the evidence began to unravel. A report surfaced. One of the key items, the murder weapon, had been logged into evidence before it was discovered. Another piece of DNA evidence had gone missing, later found in Marcus's personal desk drawer. The whispers turned into headlines. Top detective under suspicion. Tampered evidence. Corruption in the ranks. Marcus was suspended, then arrested. His own squad men and women he once trusted turned on him. He sat in a cell, stunned, abandoned, and accused of framing an innocent man. But Marcus wasn't broken. Not yet. From behind bars, he did what he knew best: investigate. He pored over every detail of the case file. Something wasn't right. The surveillance footage from the evidence locker was conveniently erased. One detective, Sergeant Colin Brewer, had signed off on the chain of custody documents, even though he was supposedly off duty that day. Marcus began writing over 300 letters to the DA's office, to defense attorneys, to journalists, anyone who would listen. Months passed. Then, a response. A young public defender took interest. With her help, Marcus filed a motion for retrial, and to everyone's surprise, the court granted it. In court, Marcus sat not as a detective, but as a defendant. The irony wasn't lost on him. Where once he had stood to testify against criminals, now he stood to defend his own life. The trial was tense. The prosecution painted him as a rogue cop who had crossed the line. But Marcus had one thing they didn't: the truth. He presented the missing video footage he had recovered through a subpoena, showing Brewer entering the evidence room after hours. He submitted call logs, falsified reports, and patterns of misconduct. The jury listened. The judge leaned forward. And then, on the 5th day, it happened. All charges dismissed. The judge declared, "Mr. Dean, you are free to go." The courtroom was silent. Marcus didn't cry. He didn't smile. He simply nodded, knowing the road to redemption wasn't over, it had just begun. In the months that followed, Marcus didn't disappear. Instead, he used the very system that tried to bury him to expose the rot within. 4 officers were indicted. An internal investigation led to major reforms in evidence handling and internal oversight.